Stu. Yeah. Joe. How sweet does that one taste, given just how hard and how long you've had to fight for it?
Yeah, it's a very pleasing performance. Lads really enjoyed it, and so they should. I thought we played really well all week, and it was a great game of Test cricket, great advert for 5-day Test cricket. And you know, I thought the way we went about it all week, we built pressure at the right times. We showed a lot of patience, character today as well, going into that last session, to keep believing, keep being ready when those chances came. I thought we were excellent in the field, took pretty much everything that came our way. And I think recognise those key moments which we probably got wrong in the first Test match. So for us as a young group of players, generally a young squad of players, to learn that quickly, really pleasing to see that unfold and see it happen this time around.
We obviously know what happened with all the illness in Centurion. You lost 2 players sort of in the 24 hours before this game. It was getting called the cursed tours. Can we put that one to bed or not?
I hope so. But you know, when you go through tough times as a team, it can bring you together, and I think it really has, this group of players. And different individuals have stood up throughout this week. You know, Zach coming into the team last minute, I thought, you know, today his catching was outstanding and made a huge impact on the game. Bessie, a young guy, only playing a handful of games, to do the role that he did in the first innings in particular, and today controlled the game brilliantly. Popey with the bat in the first innings played exceptionally well, and Dom, brilliant 100. You know, Sam Curran as well changed the game in that first innings, getting a key wicket. De Kock. So for those youngsters to have big influences at the right times is a real important thing for this squad of players, and you know, for them to almost have to learn on the feet as well. I think county cricket is very different to Test cricket at the moment, and they're having to learn the hard way and learn at the highest level, and you know, they're learning quite quickly, which is a good thing.
What are some of the key aspects, Joe, getting a first innings lead? Were you happy with your first innings batting? Because South Africa had a chance maybe to get a lead, but was that one of the key things?
I was happy with our first innings batting after we bowled. I thought that lead was massive on that surface. I think the wicket probably wasn't as flat as it may have looked. I think credit to South Africa, they exploited the conditions, but I thought we learnt from that, and then when we went into our bowling performance, we were very disciplined, and we really did exploit what was there for us. And then once we got in a position where we were ahead of the game, and I spoke about it at the end of the last Test match, we want to drive it forward if we get a chance to be ahead, and I thought we did that brilliantly. So, as I say, for us to learn very quickly from last week, putting a performance like that is a great marker for this group of players, and we should take that forward into the rest of the series.
Will on the far right, and then Sean here.
Joe, Jimmy was on and off the field a little bit and looked in a bit of pain when he bowled those 2 overs after tea. Is there an issue? And if so, what is it?
We'll have to see how this. You know, he'll go through scans and get some treatment and see how he pulls up going into PE.
Side.
Yeah, it's his side, but you know, it could be just a little niggle. We'll have to wait and see. It could be a 24, 48 hour thing. It could be something else. So until we have more information, I think we just treat it as best we can, and hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, it's not another casualty of this tour.
Gentleman at the front.
Joe, was there a period just after tea where you thought maybe those last 4 wickets just weren't going to come? Was there any doubt creeping in?
I think on that wicket, you always felt that something was going to happen. You know, you have to, I suppose, we spoke about at the start of the morning that there were going to be partnerships and there was going to be some hard toil along the way, but at no point did we stop believing. And it was really important that we continued that mentality forward throughout the whole day. And I thought everyone stepped up and did just that. You can almost tell that by when the chances came, we took them, and everyone was switched on. Everyone was. I thought our energy in the field, that not just our catching but our ground fielding. We didn't give much away all game, and it's a great marker, I suppose. Moving it, we speak about ground fielding and how your energy is in one-day cricket a lot, but it's a great marker for this group now, I suppose, and a benchmark for us to strive for moving forward.
Chris, and we'll do John and Dean.
Joe, when we spoke to you in New Zealand at the start of this Test winter, you spoke about how you wanted your team to be more attritional with both bat and ball, and how that was a key to winning away from home. I'm guessing this performance is immensely satisfying if you've got to execute that perfectly.
Yeah, and it's all right saying you want to do things, but guys have to step up and deliver that. And I thought we were brilliant. Collectively, we all bought into it and delivered it fantastically well this time round. So I think it's the right method. It's what suits the group of players that we've got. We're going to have bumps in the road because we have got a young squad of players, but we're learning quickly, and this is a great example that the right group is here on this tour, and that we more than capable of winning away from home.
John, just a word on Stokes. I mean, those 3 wickets at the end. Sometimes he seems to do these things almost through kind of force of will, almost.
Yeah, he's a golden nugget, isn't he? He's just a fantastic specimen, really. I mean, you put him in a lot of different situations and he stands up to it. He's a match winner, born match winner, that will always put the team first. Will give everything to the group of players he's playing alongside, and he's a fantastic example to a young squad of players which we've got here. And when you can throw him a ball and he bowls an 8-over spell like that to win you a game after playing the way he did yesterday with the bat, there's not many sides that have Ben Stokes in them, and we're very lucky to be witnessing what we are at the moment.
Was he actually fit last night? He appeared to be probably back.
I think he's just making it look even more better. But he's fine.
I was going to ask about Ben as well, but just from a slightly different point of view, he said that maybe you didn't know that when you gave him the ball he wasn't going to give it back until the game was done.
It's normally the case, to be fair.
Add that to the skills that he's got with that kind of character and, as John says, sort of force of nature, does that add to what makes him such a great player?
Yeah, as I say, he puts himself in those situations, he puts his hand up and he wants to be the one to win you a game. As I say, that's a great example to everyone. Whether you're at the start of your career or you played a lot. He's that character that you want to turn to, and that when nothing's happening, will try and drag the game back in your favour. And we've seen it time and time again now. But for him to keep doing it the way he has done over last year, and for it not to be just a flash in the pan sort of thing, is testament to how hard he works and to what he does behind the scenes. What he puts his body through on the field he's allowed to do that because of how hard he trains, how hard he nets, how hard he does his gym work and his fitness, and he's a great example to our group, as I said.
Take a few more, Ken.
Joe, you mentioned the game being a great advert for 5-day cricket. The English board seems to be at the forefront of making Test cricket 4 days. Presumably, after today, you're not that much in favour of that.
I like 5-day Test cricket. I'll leave it at that. I'll get in trouble otherwise.
Dan and then Lugani and Bilosa.
Joe, at one stage, Vernon and Joss seemed to exchange some words. You were close to the action. Could you confirm what was said?
Actually, I was probably as far away as you. I was the only one that wasn't round the bat at that time, I think. I was a bit gutted I missed out, but I don't think it was anything too serious. I don't think it'll linger throughout the series. I think two guys playing hard Test cricket at that stage in the game, emotions probably running quite high, but I don't think anyone overstepped the mark, and you want a bit of theatre and something to talk about, a bit of spice on the TV, don't you? So hopefully it's not a big deal, and we can just get on with it.
Last two on the side.
Joe, the shots by De Kock and Duplessis, was that a reflection of the pressure that you put them under, or were you just as surprised as the rest of us?
I'd like to think it's the pressure that we put them under. It can be quite a tricky situation you find yourself in. I think you're always looking as a fielding side to keep manoeuvring the field, keep changing the bowlers around, and make it difficult for batters to feel settled and to be able to play one mode of one way of playing. And I like to think that it was our skill that got them out, but you might disagree.
Last one.
So we saw you at the end there, really getting the crowd up. What does it feel like being away from home but still feeling like you're at home?
well, that's just it. It doesn't feel like an away game at all. I think I've always said we're very fortunate to get amazing support wherever we go in the world, and I think this week it has felt like we've at Edgbaston or Trent Bridge or a number of places, you know, in the UK. It's been phenomenal, and credit to them. It was like having 12 players out there at times. Really did lift us when it was flat. They weren't just there for us when it was going well. When it was quiet, they were bubbling away, singing along, and it does make a big impact on the field. So we're very fortunate to have the support we do.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cool.
Thank you.